Hello, Ethan Anonymous here. It is 3:45 in the morning on Monday. I'm currently at work. I work the overnight shift. Have been for a while. Um, been meaning to do another episode of my show, but a lot's been going on, and I want to explain why I haven't done another episode of my show. Basically, back in April, I completely changed gears in my life. Complete and total career change. It happened after I got laid off of a job. Um, the job wasn't feeling right to begin with. I was making decent money, but the hours were becoming fewer and fewer, and they started doing layoffs, and I was actually one of the last people to get laid off. And people have been telling me for years, hey, Ethan, you should get into behavioral health. You'd be good at it. You've got experience. People listen to you. You've got insight. So I did just that. I got an entry-level job at a crisis unit in Avondale, Arizona. For those of you who are not from Arizona, Avondale itself isn't all that bad, but it's surrounded by a lot of low-income areas of Maricopa County. And we have what's called the access point, and it's got 3 tiers. First place you go is, access point, where they find out what the hell's wrong with you, if you need a detox, if you've got mental illness, if you need to be medicated, if you need to get off the streets and get a place to live, or if you need long-term care, things like that. And then there's another unit you go to after that. Sometimes the seriously mentally ill or SMI people are there for a while, or people that are going to have a hard time finding placement, long-term placement. They go there. And then there's another area that's also for those types of people, but they're really well behaved and they have a little bit more freedom and more food and whatnot. But anyway, you start out at access point. So the job was very low paying, but again, it's entry level, foot in the door. But it's a very high stress environment, and it's 12 hours and it's overnights. There's a daytime shift too, but I didn't get hired for that one. But either way, it's just chaos all day, all night long. I've seen a lot of staff get assaulted. I've seen people get spit on. I've seen people get bitten. I've seen property get damaged. I've seen threats. I've heard it all. It was a very negative environment, and I got into behavioral health to be helpful and try to get people on the right track. And I don't feel like that was where I needed to be. I needed to be working with people that were past that point. And it started to wear on me. It started to make me depressed, and it started to mess with my sleep patterns. And I started to develop what was called compassion fatigue, where I started to have an us versus them mentality. And if you're trying to help people get sober, get well, you can't have that mentality. So I wasn't paying attention to my own self-care and my own behaviors and thought patterns, and it was just too much. And I put in a request to go to a different unit. I put in a request for a different job, because you're allowed to apply for different jobs within that company after 3 months. And if you can get past the crisis unit, there's a lot of opportunity. But after 3.5 months, I just couldn't do it anymore. So that's some of the reasons I haven't been doing this show, is I was having my own personal issues that I had to deal with. Anyway, I was unemployed for a little bit after I quit that job. I am now currently at a rehab that takes both private insurance and state insurance, and it's a behavioral health residential facility where people live in a nice home, and they have a lot of groups being facilitated, a lot of programming, 12 steps, yoga groups, processing groups, exercise, all that fun stuff. And I seem to be liked here, and I seem to be doing well here. And I noticed that I have about 3 to 4 hours of downtime every day. And I've been telling myself and other people that I need to get better at time management, and it just kind of hit me one day, like, why don't you do a couple episodes of your show at work? And why don't you get some kettlebells and a pull-up station and work out at work? Because that was one of my biggest complaints, is that when I do 4 12s in a row, I'm too tired to go to the gym. Well, I don't believe in making excuses. I believe in taking action. So I've been exercising for an hour and a half to 2 hours each shift, and I'm just feeling a hell of a lot better, and I'm a lot happier. And I hope you all are doing well too. I am going to do some episodes about other things. I do have a lot of different topics and things I want to talk about. It's not always going to be recovery based. I'm also going to use this show to help promote small businesses that my friends are running and operating. You'll probably see me wear their shirts. I'm probably going to get a shirt from Derek Carson soon for his silk screening business. I'm starting my own silk screening business the beginning of next year, which is 3 weeks around the corner. I'll probably need a little bit of help from Derek. My friend Cameron's also got a t-shirt business called nerdoutfit.com. I forgot what I was going to talk about, but anyway, I will do another episode soon. Stay proactive and don't complain. Look for solutions. Focus on the solutions, not the problems. Talk to y'all later. Bye.